Okay, so I'm doing an install in a 2020 Ford EcoSport. I was doing some research online and I couldn't find anything that had anybody had done an install in it, so I'm gonna make a how I did it. So the first thing I started off with was this model has a rear subwoofer, already has a screen, and a lot of the new screens have a lot of technology for the vehicle, not just the audio, built into the car. So what I did was, so it had a rear subwoofer, so I tapped into the rear subwoofer, and this line output converter, it requires a left positive negative, right positive and negative, and both of these had a left and a right on it. So it was the perfect signal to give off exactly what I was wanting to do, and I was able to still use the subwoofer. It's still functioning. So what I did was I tapped into it, I cut the wires about 6 inches up, and then I spliced and crimped and put everything back like it's supposed to, and then I ran my RCAs. As you can see right here, I put a slit in the carpet and I ran my RCAs down through here, up through this little hoop here, but I had like way too much RCA because it's not coming from the front of the dash. And everything's said and done, I'm going to zip tie it so it's all nice and strong and nothing messes with it. So I forgot to mention, this line output converter did need a ground wire. So what I did there was I spliced into the ground wire. I added I don't know, like a 8 or 9 inch extension, and I did the same thing. I ground it down to bare metal, used a 1/2 inch self-tapping screw to tap into it. And there's our ground for our line output converter. What you want to get yourself is one of these little test lights. All you do with the test light is you find a way to ground it, and then you press in to your, at the time it was a little clip. Press in to the connection of your clip and it'll tell you if it's a good connection or a bad connection. So that's how I knew if my connections were solid or if I had a miscrimp or something. So these things, it's just like $4 and it's a super handy tool. Now my remote wire that turns your amplifier on, and so what I did was I spliced in, I connected my remote wire there, and now I'm running it through these hooks again in consecutive with my RCAs. That way when I'm finished I can just zip tie these all together and then they're good there. Now I'm gonna fish this down, get a hold of it. We're gonna grab the remote wire, press down, I grab it, just move that out of the way. There we go. All right.